Ladies and gentlemen, isn't it poetic? The games they once played, the tricks they pulled, the lies they told, all of it is starting to turn on them. Every manipulation, every carefully placed piece on their chessboard is coming back to haunt them. Piece by piece, move by move, the life they built on deception is unraveling. They thought they were clever, cunning, masters of manipulation, playing with people's emotions like pawns in their little game. But here's the thing about strings. Pull too many and they tangle, twist, and eventually choke the hand that holds them. They believed they were untouchable, invincible, walking away from their schemes without a scratch. They wanted power and control, and they didn't care who they had to step on to get it. But now, the masks they wore for so long are cracking, merging with their faces until they can't tell where the lie ends and the truth begins. As they stand before the mirror, they barely recognize the person staring back. They've become their own worst nightmare. It's tragic, really. They hurt others to feel strong, to feel a void, but now they're left scrambling as the pieces of their empire fall around them. Every move they made, every game they played, is coming back tenfold. And the irony, they played the game so many times they forgot the one rule. You can only deceive for so long before the truth catches up. For years they thrived on control. They reveled in watching others dance to their tune, caught in traps spun from false promises and empty words. They loved the thrill of being the puppet master. But now, the tables have turned. The pawns they used are reclaiming their power, walking away from the board entirely. And there they stand, alone, watching the life they built on lies crumble into dust. You see, memories don't fade. People don't forget. The faces of those they hurt, the lives they disrupted, linger in their minds like ghosts. They wanted to move on, as if nothing happened, as if their actions were mere footnotes in their story. But consequences don't just disappear. They're haunted by the echoes of every heart they broke, every tear they caused. They chased control, but now all they're left with is regret. It's a slow descent, isn't it? A life built on manipulation isn't a life at all. It's a hollow victory that leaves them alone in the dark. And in those quiet moments, when there's no one left to impress, no one left to fool, they're forced to face the truth. Every person they used, every game they played, it all rushes back like a wave they can't escape. They wanted to be untouchable, but they're human after all, vulnerable to the same emotions they tried so hard to deny. Now, those emotions are coming for them. They wanted others to feel rejection, pain, and abandonment, but now they're the ones haunted by it. Every tear they caused reflects back at them like a mirror they can't break. They tried to make others feel small, but in doing so, they've shrunk themselves. The weight of their games, their lies, is suffocating. And the silence? It's deafening. And the silence? It's deafening. There's a cruel irony to it all. They once prided themselves on being the one in control, pulling the strings, but now they're tangled in their own web. They thought they could run, that they could escape the truth, but it's always there, waiting. The people they used have moved on. They've found strength in their scars, resilience in their pain, but then they're left with nothing but memories and regrets. They used to laugh at the idea of karma, dismissing it as a fairy tale. But karma isn't a story, it's relentless. Every move they made, every lie they told is catching up to them. They tried to bury the truth, to cover it with charm and charisma. But the truth has a way of surfacing. It seeps through every crack until it's impossible to ignore. And now, as they look around, they realize they're standing in the ruins of their own creation. The beauty of it? The people they hurt, the ones they thought they'd left broken, are thriving. They've risen from the ashes, stronger and wiser. But the manipulators? They're stuck, stagnant. The void they tried to fill with lies and control is deeper than ever. Every attempt to escape it leaves them emptier than before. They'll spend nights searching for someone, anyone, who can save them from the regret. But desperation is hard to hide. People sense it, see through it. Every new connection fails. Every attempt to play the same game crumbles. They can't operate by the old rules anymore, not when everyone else has learned from their mistakes. They must find a new game, so they drift from one hollow encounter to the next, haunted by what they've lost. In those quiet moments, they feel the ache of a life that's slipping further out of reach. They'll watch others find joy, love, and peace, things they can't seem to touch, and they'll realize that true happiness was something they forfeited long ago. In the end, they are left with shadows. Shadows of the people they hurt. Shadows of the dreams they abandoned. Shadows of a life that could have been. It's an echoing existence where every joy feels hollow and every victory meaningless. They wanted to be the puppet master, but now they're tangled in their own strings, unable to escape. The silence? That's the real punishment. The knowledge that the only person they ever truly hurt was themselves. They believed they were too clever, too quick, for karma to catch up. But here they are, feeling the weight of their misdeeds. It's not a grand, dramatic punishment. It's subtle, like a whisper in their ear, a shadow that lingers, no matter how far they run. The people they hurt have healed. They've moved on, carrying lessons and strength they could never have imagined. But the manipulators? They're stuck in a loop, a story that repeats over and over, and in that loop, they'll come to understand what they've lost. True joy, true peace, was never in the games they played. It was in the honesty, the vulnerability, the connections they destroyed. So let them wrestle with their ghosts. Let them feel the weight of every decision, every game, every person they hurt. Because in the end, the only person they played was themselves. It's poetic justice, isn't it? They wanted to break others, but they only broke themselves. They wanted to be untouchable, but the weight of their choices has crushed them. And now, as they stand in the ruins of their own making, they're haunted by the life they could have had. The life they'll never know. That's the truest punishment of all.